Hello, and welcome to my channel, Monday Night Writing Sprints. How are we doing? I'm good. I almost didn't stream tonight. I had put up a community tab post and I was like, I'm not streaming tonight. But then I was like, I want to get something done that's productive. So here I am. Just ate dinner. I had beef and broccoli and egg drop soup. It was good. Though he did not give me anything free like he said he would, because last time I ordered Chinese food, it took him 2 hours to deliver it to my house. And then he was like, next time you get some, you're gonna get some free egg rolls or what did he say? I don't know. Either like free egg rolls or free crab rangoon. And then I didn't get any free egg rolls or free crab rangoon this time. But he definitely remembers who I am. So he should have remembered that he promised me free egg rolls and crab rangoon. But anyway, it was still good. I have a poll up there to see. I don't know what I was saying, but I have a poll to see what I should work on. So you can vote in the poll, though I will probably work on book 3 because that's what I should be working on. Yeah, that's what I should be working on. So I will probably do that and work on book 3. And hello to JC. How are you doing today? Shannon and I were looking for a stream earlier this afternoon. Yeah, I still haven't put any of them up for the month. I should do that at some point. But I wasn't sure if I was going to because we had cooking class tonight until 6. So, though I got home around 6. So, yeah. I wasn't sure if I was going to be up to do anything, but here I am. I won't hold it against him. I know. They are always very busy. And then the owner has to also deliver the food. So he said that night he had like 10 orders to deliver. But yeah, ultimately we were just concerned that something had happened to him or something because it never takes that long. So I'm calling the restaurant like, is he okay? Because it never takes that long. Always the same guy. Really nice. Even though the lady, whoever was answering the phone, they probably were very busy. But she kept ignoring my call when I called. Because I called once and then it still took like another like 45 minutes. So then I called again just to check and again. And she didn't answer my phone. I was like, it's okay. I'm sure you're swamped. You're busy. Yeah. He's very nice. Very nice guy. Okay. So what are you working on tonight, JC? I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do and work on book 1, or not 1, 3. Go back through my notes and see where I left off. I don't know why Simba's whining. He's been whining for a little bit. He's been outside. He's eaten. I don't know what's wrong. Maybe because we're washing his bed. I don't know. Anyway. Outlined in the pen name at the moment. Nice. I saw it's nothing to do with the pen name, but I saw a post from my library that they're having a like children's and YA book event thing. I'm just seeing all the events now. So I signed up to be considered to do that because it said children's and YA. So I was like, okay, Seed Among the Thorns is YA. So, and I've also been kind of like, since I've been selling books, I'm like, is there a guideline to what is YA and what is not allowed in YA? Because for me, I feel like it's just like, because it's like there's magical violence, but like that's fine, right? I don't know. I just don't know where the line is between like what's not allowed in a YA book because people have been blurring the lines recently in TradPub. So I don't want to do that because I was talking to a dad at the book fair and he was like, yeah, you just don't know like if these books have like sexual content and stuff because you just think it's a book about dragons. So I think he was talking about Fourth Wing because his daughter, I don't know if she tried to read Fourth Wing or she was like 10. I don't know. Maybe 11 or 12, maybe not 10. So yeah, because he was asking me if there was like anything like that in my books, and I was like, not in book 1, not in book 2. I don't know yet about book 3 because it's not done. But yeah. So I've just been like, part of me is like worried. I'm like, this is YA, right? Like there's nothing sketchy that parents would be mad at. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not people's parents. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like if there are guidelines, they're getting really blurry. I know. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think explicit content should be in YA books. But I feel like that's kind of the only thing. Or like, heavy language, explicit scenes. Other than that, it feels like anything goes. Maybe not anything, but I don't know. I've just been worried because I've had some like younger readers ask me about my books, and I'm like trying to like, this is appropriate for you, right? So I make sure I say like, okay, it's dark fantasy, so people killing people, question like, I don't know. I don't know about book 2. What specifically about book 2? What kind of stuff? It's been such a long time. I don't think it has stuff. Explicit stuff? What stuff? What stuff does it have? I don't think what stuff? No, JC. What did I write? Hi, Eva. What specifically are you talking about? You got me worried. In book 2? In book 2? Wait. Wait a second. What? Where? In book 2? Are you sure you're not thinking about book 3? Because she doesn't get taken until I don't want to spoil it for Eva because Eva hasn't read book 2 yet. Okay, you gotta be scared because I know there's nothing. There's okay. Okay. You have me scared. You have me scared. So I was like, no. I told this little girl's dad, but he said, and she both said the types of things she can read, what books she likes to read. So I was like, okay. I gave the warning that her parent was there.
Shut up! No.
So yeah. Yeah, okay. It's okay. The first part of book 3 was the last thing I read. Yes. The rule with my son is that if he's not okay talking to me about it while he reads it or after, he better talk to me before. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I got scared. But no, I vaguely remember the things that I write because I have all of the versions of the story in my head, so I don't exactly know what I've written until I go back and I'm like, whoa, I wrote that. Okay. So hi Eva, what are you working on? But I guess I am gonna work on book 3. Oh yay, I'm glad you like my website. I just want to like spruce up some stuff and change some of the colors. It's not gonna it might be a complete overhaul, but it probably won't be. I'll let him read anything, but if he hides something or lies, we have problems. Because I will say invested and involved. He's been reading and comprehending stories since 3. Hi. Because when Dee read my first novel, she's asked me stuff in there, and I'm like, I wrote that? Yeah. Updating covers and interiors on 2 children's books so that I can update that pen name website, so that I can update Book and Lane's website, so that I can do newsletters. Fun. But yeah, I'm scared because I'm like, I need to reread this. I really do. I know there's nothing in book 1. There is a lot of murder. But yeah, so that's why I'm not sure about book 3. Like, can it still be YA even if there is some questionable things? I don't know. It's something I'm struggling with. If I need to, I don't know the rules. I don't know the rules of YA. Yeah, because the characters age up by the time book 3 rolls around, so they're not like young teens. Yeah. There's confetti. Hunting new updated website. Wait, whose website? Eva's website? Because I didn't update my website yet. I'll reread book 1 and send you chapter by chapter summaries. Thanks. And then read book 2 and then do the same. I just mark it book 1 as YA and make sure the blurb throws in the sex and violence and stuff if need be. Yeah. I don't know. I might do that. I haven't updated my website. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. Because I was going to get a logo design done, and then I was going to redo the whole thing with like new colors and stuff. But my logo designer ended up not being able to do it. So now I don't have a logo. So yeah. I mean, it actually might. I took away the there was a page on there where I had like progress of different books, like where I was in the writing process. And I think I had like a page for each work in progress. I took that away. So that might look different. And I think I redid the about me section. I don't know. So it might be different. I think your book 1 is dark enough that if someone is okay with their 13-year-old reading book 1, they'll be okay with book 3. But I don't know if I'll agree with myself once I read book 2 and 3. YA starts at 13. Yeah. Yeah. So I think she was about 12. And she was very excited about the story. She walked around the whole book festival, and then came back to get my book. So that was very nice. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. How was the weekend? It was good. I sold 11 copies of book 1, 5 copies of book 2, because I did a book bundle thing. I met a nice local author who was at the table with me. So she's publishing like urban fantasy, I think. She just became a full-time author, but she's a little older than me. So I'm not saying like it might be, well, she doesn't have to work full-time. I don't know what I'm saying. But anyway, she's not working full-time anymore. She is doing full-time writing. So this was her second book event. This was my second book event. So we talked for a long time, exchanged business cards. Had a lot of people take my business card. I only brought 50. About 50, and I brought home like I think 15 or so. So I handed out a lot of business cards, talked to a lot of people. It was a good time. So that's how it was. I think I signed all the books, so 16. And yes, I'm excited to do more book things again. Okay. If you keep book 3 to start the way it is now, I don't know if you still label it YA. That's what's tripping me up, because book 3, again, the darkness is increasing quite a bit. And yes, it's some very heavy things at the beginning of book 3. But again, I feel like it depends on the the reader, the teen reading the book. Because like if it was me at 13, it wouldn't faze me. Um so I mean, I guess if as long as I'm like upfront with the content warnings, but can the book be two books in the same series be in different age categories? Because it's not adult. It's not an adult book. It's not even, I wouldn't even call it a new adult book. Because new adult, I don't know. I was an entire mom 25 months after my 13th birthday. Fun math. Um, it still feels very YA just because of the tone. Because of the tone of the and this just like what makes a book YA? You know? Is it just young is it young characters? It's not just young characters, but is it young characters? Like what's the line? What's the rule? I don't know. But yes, book 1 is very different from book 3 as far as heaviness goes. Child death in book 1 would put at the same level as sex for me, torture and murder. That's in book 1. Also in book 2, there's your content warning. I need to put those in the book, I think. I mean, especially for book 3, but I need to put them also in book 1 and 2 because I don't have them in there. It was in the back of my mind to do a long time ago, and then I never did that. So, but I would think the blurb would be very clear that there was on-page sex if it's the first appearance in a trilogy. I don't know how I would put that on the blurb. Haven't, only book 1, only own 2, haven't read it. Then again, if you include trigger warnings, they'd be reading at their own risk. I know in my head I'm starting at 1 again to refresh. There is no content. Yes. So yeah, I didn't put, because I think back then I was like, dark fantasy seemed like the content warning for me. And there was a whole thing like, do you put content warnings on the book or do you not put content warnings on the book? So I didn't put any content warnings on the book. The only content warnings that exist are on the Amazon page itself. So on my book page, I have contains death and all that stuff. I have all of that on the but that's not even accurate. I just looked at it. That's not even accurate. Oh my god, I need to spruce this up. I can't do any more book events. Until I fix this. Okay. HP is 2 age categories. But is it like... But you wouldn't shelve them in different parts of the library. Like, you're going to keep the series together. So do you put the whole series in middle grade or do you put the whole series in YA? So, like, how did they shelve it then? Dark fiction is the content warning for violence and death, I think. Does it have to stay on the page? Does what have to stay on the page? Hi, Tiffany. I'm just spiraling, and we should sprint. But I'm just spiraling about if this is YA or if it's not YA. I don't know. I don't know anything. I didn't know anything about including trigger warnings to author to same. So my first, yeah, because some people are like, oh, you don't have to, and some people say you do have to, and then I just didn't do it. I believe they did show them in different sections. Well, that's not feasible. Okay. Whatever is making. Does it have to stay on the page? Whatever is making you question the YA status. Well, I mean, the only reason I'm questioning the YA status for one, because of book 3. Book 3 is, I mean, book 2 takes it up a notch. Book 3 takes it over the edge in its current state of existence. So then I'm like, okay. But then these big name people are publishing YA books with this explicit, with like all of these explicit, sex scenes in them. And they're still doing it as YA. But it's not YA. It is written, Eva. It's just not good. Yeah, readers don't like them. Yeah. I just, because when the kids, the children, the teens come, I'm like, you sure you're ready to read this? Really, it was just my interaction with the dad and daughter at the book festival. Because I'm like going through my head of like everything that happens in my book. And I'm like, are you okay with this? Are you okay with your child reading this? Are you, child, okay with this? So then I'm like, I'm overthinking it. But I know, but I like to do preemptive worrying. That section not being YAs. I think so too. But I mean, okay, I won't say that. It depends on the exposure. Are we open door? Are we closed door? What are we seeing? Because like sex can be in YA because unfortunately, I don't know. But it's part of life, right? So I don't mind that. I mind when it's like we're describing everything. That should not be happening in YA. That's just my opinion. If it's like, yeah, I don't know. It could be it could be not on page. I'm rambling. We should sprint. I'm sorry. Hi, Laura. It doesn't matter the genre name. Use keywords instead. I skip over content warnings. I do too. They work better anyway. Hello to Laura. I think age categorization makes no sense, and books should work like film and TV. Content labels instead. Hi, Laura. Laura. Yes, what Eva said. Just that imposter syndrome. I would have assumed sex not in YA by default. Yes. But yes, there is some YA that has sex in it. Yeah. And yes, that's always been true. That's what I mean. The kind that describes everything. Yeah, we should not be having that. I think I was reading sex at that age. The age I would be considered YA. If they were historical romances, I was too tiff. But they were YA books. I was reading adult books that I shouldn't have been reading. Now my mother made sure to know that I was reading, and we talked about it. That was a different time. Like, do you care how old your reader is, or do you care that your young readers, grown-ups, are aware? Yes, the second part. I want my young readers, grown-ups, to be aware of what's in my book. I don't want them to be surprised by it. So, yeah, I really don't care how old they are. I just want to make sure that the parents are okay with what their child is reading, and that they know what their child is reading. But anyway, I've been jabbering on for a long time. Adult themes. I think it depends on how the sex is described, but I do agree there should be a warning. YA with adult themes is how I'd go to mesh them, maybe. Yeah. I think I'm relying heavily on people to understand what dark fantasy is. Well, I don't know. Okay. I should work on said dark fantasy. So let's get the timer up. But it's something that's just been bothering me. On if is okay. Okay. Hi, Kristen. I'm doing steamy contemporary romance, and I still make sure to put something on the blurb that lets people know there's sex on the page. I feel like it's implied in the fact that it's dark fantasy. I've read middle grade with slurs, racial violence, and implied essay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The blurb told me it was historical fiction, which implied some of those things, but only if someone knew history. Yeah. And then it's just like, who's responsible for the children when they're reading? I think readers care less than writers. We fret because we're writers, and our algorithms know that. Just following you around, JC. You mean not me? Like, I'm not responsible? Okay, that's the parent's job. Okay. I just want to make sure we're clear. Because everything else is fine. It was just like, little girl. I'm like, she's a little girl. Is this okay for little girls? But she read the blurbs of both books. I told her what was in it. I told her dad. We should stop talking about it. Okay. We're good. I'm obsessing. Okay. Okay. Let's get sprinting. 45 minutes on the clock. We're going to get some stuff done. I'm going to work on book 3 that might toe the line between YA and not YA. So, whatever you're working on, I hope you get it done. We're gonna sprint. I put a content guide on my website, and even at events, I let parents and grown-ups know they can check it out, because mine is very PG-13, but sometimes people are like, can my 11-year-old read this? Yes. Same. PG-13. Okay. Okay, I might have to do that. Your concern is adorable and also a great topic for a blog. Yeah. I just don't want her to regret my books. I'm sorry. Katie Wishman also puts the content warning on her website. My 7-year-old would read if there's an my 7-year-old would read if there's an animal on the cover, and then puts a thing on her book telling people to check out her site for content warnings. Okay, I'm gonna add that. Again, only second book event. My next one, I'm gonna be so good. Like I got my content warnings, everything. Okay, let's sprint. 45 minutes on the clock. Happy sprinting. Thank you for entertaining my spiral. And I will see you in 45 minutes. And we're back from our 45-minute sprint. Let me know how you did. Hopefully better than I did. I spent the whole sprint kind of spiraling just a little bit. Yeah, so let me know in the comments what you got done. I probably wrote like a sentence or two. No, let's see. Where did I stop? I stopped there, or I started there. I wrote 105 words. And then I just kept thinking about the age and the content thing. And then I was thinking about how delusional I was when I was writing these books. Because I was like, I remember as I was writing them, I was like, these don't seem very dark. And then now it's like I'm looking at the books through reader's eyes, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of heavy. They're pretty heavy. I mean, just the nature of the bond in general is heavy. Then I remember, like, oh, Gwen and Lark's relationship was not great. There's a lot of abuse there. Interesting. So yeah, I love them too. But I'm like, part of me didn't think that they were dark. And then I'm like, oh, yeah. I guess they are. But anyway, what did you guys get done? What'd you do? 105 words that were not there before. Yes. I got one book's changes done of 4 books, 2 hardcover and 2 softcover, 2 titles. Yay. I mean, yeah, but heavy is good. Heavy is impactful. Yes. The second will be quick since it matches the first, except the front matter for interior. Haven't done the covers. I got half of the book's changes done. Nice. Yeah, you're a different person when you started. Yes, a very different point of view. Exactly, Eva. And in my head, in my memory banks, I was like, book one is fine. Book one's not dark. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, that happened. Oh, and then that, yes, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm like, okay, I'm looking at Kristen's content guide. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. There's a lot of things I might need to warn people about if they so choose to look at the content warning. But yeah, that's what I did. I thought about my books, thought about the content, and I'm like, nothing is, well, not nothing, but some of it's not on page. Most of it's just like stated or implied. But I don't know. I should keep talking about it. Okay, works on a poem about how loved moms are. Works on, oh wait, I just read that. Maybe by February I'll be able to swap to dark things. Are you gonna read a poem at poetry open mic night? I've written several. There's one that I just wrote that might be way too personal that I can't read, but I like it. So it'll be in the poetry collection, but I don't think I want to read it out loud. Yeah. I went to edit my little vlog I've been working on and it disappeared. Oh no! No! Your vlog disappeared. The next one is November 30th on JC's channel. I may, I don't know, I doubt it, but I may send it over to you guys to read. Yes, please do that. Oh, wait. Is it still pinned? Did it? Yeah, it's still pinned. Let's see. I think I decided on my book's name. Fun. Do you want to share the name or no? You don't have to. Of course you don't have to, but if I hit my goals, I'll have another pre-order by then. Yay! Oh, I can take it down that poll. I'm already working on book 3, so it's in the poll. Am I close? No. Will I make the deadline so far? I think so. Nice. Polls what I saw. Now I see the pin. The name is my entire content for one video, so I must keep it to myself. It's not that neat anyway. Okay. And there's the pinned comment with the link to fill out the form to join us on open mic night. Yeah. I have to edit some of the poems I did. Hi, Tiffany. If I edit the one that I like for like a safer YouTube version, and then I might read it. I just don't know if I want to share that much of myself. I have 3 poems to write. I don't know how many more that I need. I don't know how many more than that I need to write. See, I went to put up the food and clean the kitchen. I thought I was going to go right to sleep, but I might have gotten some words swirling in my head. Okay. It really depends on how long the poems get. I'm aiming to keep the book slim. I need to write some new poems. I have some things marinating in my brain, but they just haven't come out yet. And I have other already written poems to include, not just 3 poems. Yeah, I want to do a poetry collection, but I'm not sure which poems that I have now that I want to include, what the theme of the book is going to be, or is it just going to be random? So I haven't decided yet. But that is going to be a project that I want to release next year. Sometime. It's just on the back burner, but yeah. Do y'all remember Circus? I may include that. There's a high chance political-minded poetry will be in this collection. And yes, I do remember that one. It was so good. Oh, sleepy. Got distracted. Dang it, a poem just entered my brain. Yes, write it. Yay. Okay, let's just sprint again, I guess. Restart the timer. I don't know why my internet says my connection is unstable. We just got new internet. Good night, Kristen. See you later. Have a good night. Okay, I will. One bad connection day, and I'll nix that tab. Good night, Kristen. Alrighty. Let us sprint. Okay, 45 minutes on the clock. Let's get some more stuff done, and then we'll come back and chat. Happy sprinting! All right, we are back from our second sprint. How did you do? I wrote 325, and then I went back in my email and then I read the comments on the chapters that JC read. And yeah, I don't know why I went there, but that's where I went. um, but yeah, I wrote some words and I'm trying to, I don't know, my mind has been everywhere lately and I need to finish this book one step at a time. One step at a time. Let's see. JC got 463 words in the sprint and 424 in the one before that. Now I think I'm gonna need to go grab my heated wrist brace. Nice word counts though. Nope. It's gonna talk, isn't it? I just hit my luck. I don't want to say her name. That girl who talks. If you say her name. But anyway, yeah, I wrote some words. 325. Yeah. I'm not really focused as much as I would like to be. But words have been written, so that's all I can ask for is to work on it at least a little bit every day. So I got words. That plus what I wrote earlier in the day, and I got a little over 2K. Oh, nice. Awesome. Yay. Yeah, I'm really, really, really trying to focus on this. Again, still going back and forth with the idea of if I need to plot out every single scene. I don't think I need to. But what I'm doing right now is just a beginning to end plot summary for Emerton. I finished that one. And then one for Shaw, because they are the main characters of the story. Everybody else will be dispersed throughout their plot. So once I have all of that, I'll see what I want to do after that. If I want to go into like doing small little plot summaries of all of my characters, which there are a ton of, because we do have some new characters. Oh, where is she? There she is. Let me number this list. I have 37 characters. And that's everybody who has like a small to large role in the story. That's crazy. But yeah, 37. I mean, not that crazy, but I'm trying to see what I want to do next. I don't want to plan out everything. I just want to plan out enough so I know what's happening next. Because the second half of the story was the one that was like unraveling, and I just had a bunch of scenes. So it's important that I figure that part out and then wrap up all the subplots. And I want to do that as seamlessly as possible. So when I go in and do the actual revision part of this process, that I know what I'm adding, what I'm taking away. And I'm planning on doing it on an edit as I go process. So, yeah. And we only have 2 weeks really until November, and I wanted to start sending JC chapters in November so that then I could start exchanging with Shannon in December. So I don't know how that's happening at the current rate that I'm going. I do, depending on if I can get the time off. I'm planning on taking the last 2 weeks of November off of work. After this next pay period, I think I'll have 80 hours or just about 80 hours of PTO. So I'm going to take the last 2 weeks of November off because I'm supposed to give a month notice for 2 weeks or more. So I think I'm going to do that and just stick it out until then. Try to get all my stuff done at work. Try to stick to my schedule of working on this book. And then plan to do something the last 2 weeks of November. Book related, story related, novel related. And hopefully that time is like going to be the time that I'm like finishing this revision. So it's good to go when I start exchanging chapters with Shannon. Because what I've been doing in the past is like, oh, I know she's waiting for chapters, so then that gives me an incentive to edit the chapters. But then eventually I start dropping the ball and then I don't have new chapters for her. So I want to be like caught up enough or ahead enough so that I'm not like working on the chapters that she's going to read next the week before or the week of. So, yeah. But I'm going to put that date on my calendar. I'm going to take the last 2 full weeks of November off. And it's going to be glorious. It's going to be glorious. Marissa's not happy with me. Yes. I got a little over 1,200 words and finished the scene. Ooh, nice. Yay. Like, I'm going to love this story. Oh, yay. It's always great to love a story. Thank you. I hope so. Because I'm telling people, yep, the book is going to come out in the spring. And I'm like, is it going to come out in the spring? I hope so. I really, really hope so. I got other stuff I want to do. Because a lot of people asked about the third book. And then a lot of people asked about hardback copies of my books. And I'm not doing hardback for all of them until I have all of them. So, oh, I got plans. Anyway, are we gonna do another sprint? I don't know. Where's my Oura ring? I think it's in the kitchen. I don't think I'm going to do another sprint. Mainly because I'm not focused. And my ring told me that I had major signs of strain and I need to rest when I woke up this morning. So it didn't say specifically which part of my body was under strain because my biometrics were normal, but it picked up on something is out of whack. So I know it's not an exact science, but typically when it does say that, I'm like, yeah, I do feel like crud today. So I should go to sleep. Or at least attempt to sleep. Yeah. So I think that's it for me today. I think that's it. Gonna get some ice cream. Yay! Ice cream! Yes. I shall try. I shall try. You're welcome. I should be back next Monday. I might start doing some sprints on Saturday just so that I can stay accountable. But yeah, we'll see. Words aren't coming. That means I should stop talking. Thank you for streaming. You're welcome. It was really helpful. Yay. I'm glad. All right, friends. I will see you most likely on Wednesday or Tuesday. I think Nia's doing Night Right. I think. Maybe. If so, I will be there. And then I'll be at JC's on Wednesday. And then when we have the writer's room on Sunday. And then, yeah, that's where I will be. Yeah. Hopefully. All right. I don't know if I saw a stream scheduled. I thought I did, but it's been changing, so maybe it's not. Let's check before we go to bed. Yeah, she has one scheduled. 14th? Yes. Okay. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.